Hello guys, and welcome back to HJW Gaming. In this video I'm going to be providing you with an update on my Kings of Men server. If you haven't seen it already, check out my original live stream of the start of this season. It'll be available in a link in the description and also in my outro video. So the update I wanted to provide is this is day 5, I believe, of the server, and we're about to form our first kingdom here. As you saw on the map, no one else yet has taken a capital. There's been a few scout towers taken, and I think one low-level 160 keep. So we're looking to make kind of the first moves in the server here. We're aiming to hit around 16 UTC. As you can see, a few people are starting to move early, but we're hoping to get this pretty quickly, hopefully, as we have left it till day 5. We were kind of expecting we may be able to take this on day 4, but we left it an extra day when we saw that other kind of kingdoms weren't forming as quickly as we expected. So we left it an extra day just so we could get a few more armies, you know, a few stronger commanders in, so that we can take it a lot simpler. You can see here we've got our own commanders leveled up pretty well so far. Here we've got Gandalf is level 40, Dwalin's level 38, and Gil-galad is also level 34. And so Orthanc does have, I believe it's 40 level 48 armies. So whilst we're under-leveled for those, so we're not expecting, you know, to take out multiple armies on our own. With so many players here, we do have our own fellowship, Home. We also have Drum, which is one of our partner fellowships, as well as Power, our third partner fellowship, who are going to form the kingdom. So we should have 300 to 400 armies here, so the army takeouts shouldn't really be much of an issue. You can see this first kind of wave here. We anticipate to take out half at least before a quick reinforce. There's so many armies actually marching as well, you'll notice later on, that it actually kind of like it doesn't load in all of the armies. Slightly disappointingly here, you'll see there's a lot of people who are actually going to hit early. So a few people are already fighting on there. We didn't want to start until 16 UTC. So they've kind of started our timer, 30 seconds to a minute early, which isn't ideal. But anyway, we should now get the main of our force hitting at 16 UTC. You see, as ours hit pretty much bang on the dot. Our first hit, we get a pretty reasonable draw, actually, with a Khaldoon taking out a good amount and not losing too many troops. The one thing we don't want to do is, we get another good army here, I was going to say, is to hit, a pretty full army, get it defeated, and then hit a full army straight after and lose our commander altogether. With all of these, we're pretty much taking, half an army, ish all in, and we're not losing too many troops, which is good, because it means we'll still be able to farm after this. And if everyone kind of gets a similar hit to that, no single person will lose too many troops, and the load will be spread across the entire fellowship. Everyone here should have good siege as well, as this is a King of Men server, as I said. It is non-roleplay, so everyone should have access to breakers or sappers by now. You can see here that we've kind of, our Hirgon army does about 75,000 siege, but our Gothmog, which in a Matham opening we recently got up, so if you haven't seen that, check that out as well. He's respect 5 and he does around 150,000 siege using alchemists and sappers. So we've got a good amount of siege here, and then there'll be other people here who have brought purely 5 or 6 siege armies, so should do amazing siege. I know that a few of our more recent joiners to Home with evil commanders have a couple of Gothmogs who are high respect, and also have great accessories for boosting siege on Uruk-hai, so they can already deal 250, 300k siege all in one go. I'm going to put a reinforce here on Gil-galad. I'm not sure it's actually necessary, as I'm not sure we'll even reinforce in time. I think the capital will probably be done by then, but anyway, we'll put the reinforce in for now and just see if it comes through in time. You never know, it might take a little bit longer than we expect. But yeah, 2 minutes in, you can see a lot of the armies are now marching away, just ready for a reinforce. But there's only 2 armies left, so it's take about 2.5 minutes to clear all the armies, and then the siege can start waving in. It's not bad at all either. The problem we've excuse me, the problem we've had with Orthanc is that the location's so kind of contained in the mountains that we can't just relocate our bases or fit a load of forts around it. So a lot of the forts are a lot longer range away from the capital compared to some other capitals. So a lot of people are going to have longer march times if they haven't moved their armies right to the front line, and people can't bring 10, 15 armies straight from their keep. But you can see just how many forts we have here. I think there was just over 200 home armies. I think there was about 220, 230. And I think Drum and Power both had over 100. So there's a lot of armies here. And you can just see is so many armies marching that the game is actually stopping them all rendering in. So while we're hovering over this middle section, all we can see is the armies marching from this one home tile, which did have 130 armies on it. So that's 100 armies marching back and forth there. So it's no surprise it's kind of stopping rendering the rest. But if we start looping round, we'll see the the Drum and the Power armies marching as well from their tiles. You can just see how much siege is hitting it. All the arrows, it's pretty great. Well, now all the armies are done, it's just siege central. We did get quite a few armies hits in there before it ended. I don't think anyone would have got more than one hit with each commander. So, depending on the strength of our commanders, we might even leaderboard place here. Not sure we're going to need to reinforce these commanders. We're going to leave Gandalf and Dwalin now in the draw, just so when the draw ends they'll deal their siege damage and we can save their stamina. But then we'll probably recall them after that, as we can therefore save their stamina and keep it for farming a little bit later on. But you can just see how many armies are coming in. So yeah, both our commanders have hit. We've done the 300 odd K siege. You can see 15 million siege has been done already. I think we cleared the armies approximately 2 minutes ago. So now that first wave of siege has hit. That's about 15 million siege in that first wave. And you can see like a lot of people are marching from quite long range away. So that is going to slow down our sieging. We can just see how many forts we have here. So, it's going all the way down towards the critical crossing, towards Fangorn. But if we move this camera around, we will see the other armies marching, as you can see here. So you can see coming from the other home tiles, as well as all the Drum armies marching. Just as the game throttles for performance. And you can see there, that's all the Power armies marching as well. So there's a huge number of armies marching on this at the minute. Those would be good to get. It looks like we're probably going to get it in around 8 minutes, I think. If we hadn't have had the early hitters, losing us about a minute, it should be nice and quick. But still should be a good hit, around 8-9 minutes. We'll see at the end, of course. So yeah, we've had the siege hits there from Gandalf as well. Get another hit in with Hergon. You can see everything slowing down just a little bit as that first wave of siege all marches back, and then everyone should then resend, and we'll just get another wave of siege coming in. So if each wave takes about 2 minutes, 2 minutes a time, we'll get this done in about 8 minutes, which should be great. Which is great to see how many armies are marching. The full turnout, everyone's fully committed here to just getting this done as quickly and as soon as possible. What else is going on personal wise? You can see we're at almost 20,000 power with 140 of 156 tiles, so we're doing okay so far. I think we're around the top 10 in the power ranking, though my power growth has been stunted somewhat because we've had a few of the early conflicts of this server with another clan called SDCC, who are likely to form part of the biggest other kingdom other than our own. And that's just clashing around where we spawned in the Durin's Vale and Cardalan area. So there's been a little bit of tile conflict, which has slowed down our development, as of course everyone's taking tiles from each other, and a little bit of PvP will always lead to increased troop loss and of course resource loss as well. But overall, we've had a good start to the season, definitely, and everyone seems to be doing well so far. I think taking this on day 5 is not too bad. We probably could have managed day 4 without too much trouble, but getting it done day 5 is still a pretty big success. So once this is done, we'll be able to form our kingdom, And for those who don't know, who haven't played Kings of Men, forming a kingdom takes 24 hours. And once that's done, you can then, whoever takes the capital, can then invite 2 other fellowships to join their kingdom. So in this case, Home, my fellowship, will be taking will be taking Orthanc, and then Drum will be stopping around 5 million to allow Home to take the last hits, to take full control of the kingdom. So we have control of the kingdom buffs, but then they will be joining with us. So we checked a minute ago. There was, there we go. It's just about to tick over, and there we go. There's Orthanc captured. I think official time registered was just over 8 minutes. I think it was 8:15, including the early hitters. If everyone had hit, on time rather than a minute early, it would have been early 7 minutes. So when the main waves of armies hit, it was about 7 minutes after that, which is just great to see. And it's just really fun playing this. There they go, 8 minutes 15 was the official time. So there we go. But yeah, just great to see, everyone fully getting involved. And it's really great to play this King of Men server. It seems like something so different from a player who's always played, Rebuilding Glory roleplay or Tactics Evolved roleplay, as they're the only 2 playable roleplay servers. This is a nice, fresh, fun challenge and some brilliant teams in here. As I've said previously, we have 2B and we also have X-Hub in here, as well as SDCC, who are likely to form the other kingdom. As I shown on the map earlier, so far they haven't taken their own kingdom, though I think we anticipate that to be taken within the next 2 hours or so. So they'll also form a very, very strong kingdom, and they're going to be taking Anuminas. So it's going to be another Western-based kingdom. So it's going to be a great clash in the West. Shout out to all my guys on the rankings there. Everyone did a magnificent job. You see, Cull took a huge number of armies. We actually did place 3rd as well, which was awesome to see. I thought we might with 3 armies hitting. That's good to see as well. And then some of the siege from some of our guys. You see that the top 3 siege players were all the Evil Side players we picked up from our last season, and they all placed top 3. So you can see how powerful those evil commanders can be, particularly in siege. And that marks the first capital taken. As I said earlier, if we scroll out the map, you can see not really anything has been taken. There's just the one keep in the top left. Anuminas here I expect to be taken within the next 2 hours or so, judging from how many forts are there. Looks to be a similar number of forts to what we have around Orthanc. But you can see there's 2B, X-Hub and SDCC, all of these here. But they've built all the forts all the way around. So I'd expect them to be taking it, within the next few hours of us, depending, of course, when their primary activity times are. But yeah, that's going to be everything basically. I just wanted to provide a quick update and make sure you guys were informed of the formation of our kingdom. I will be doing another update video when we're around 7 days into the server. If you have enjoyed, please drop a like and please consider hitting subscribe, and check out my stream as well for the start of this server. It's a really, really fun stream. Anyway, if you do so, I really hope to see you on the next one.